Hey everyone. Today we're going to do a finesse style swim jig. Um, in the vise, we have a 1/4 ounce poison tail, and it's got a 3/0 owner twist lock light hook. And it's not the twist lock finesse, it's twist lock light. I'll leave a link to it. They're expensive, but it's a fantastic hook. I got these a long time ago. A friend of mine said, "Oh yeah, they're Gary Yamamoto designed them for the Senko," and another person told me, "Oh yeah, they work good with a fluke, super fluke, any kind of soft jerk bait." So of course, that's what I did. I tried it with that. I was using the 2/0 for a regular, you know, 4-inch uh, Zoom fluke or a River Rock baits, jointed jerk bait. Those are my two favorites. And for the regular 5-inch, I was using a 4/0. But anyway, I'm going on about this hook. The reason I'm saying it is it looks like it's an extra wide gap, an EWG style, but even if you're not into that style of hook or you have trouble with it, trust me, this thing is it's money. It's a killer hook. It's very strong, but it's not heavy. So I use that on my more finessey northern type swim jigs. Okay, so we got that 1/4 ounce poison tail, 3/0 owner twist lock light hook. Of course, I took the centering pin spring off. And the color is another one of these double dazzle colors. And I'm sorry about my poor camera work and stuff, but this is Chartreuse blue or blue Chartreuse, however you want to say it. But it's absolutely, the flash on this is ridiculous. It's just, you can't tell. I had to tone the lighting down because it was just bam, right in there. So let's get started. We're going to use blue 210 denier flat wax nylon thread. Real easy pattern, but I think it's great. And this is, uh, somebody asked me a while back, don't I do any kind of bright patterns? And this is a bright pattern. I have swim jigs too that will work perfect with this. So anyway, we got our base started. And the first thing I'm going to do is, this is Chartreuse with that blue foil. Awesome color. And we're going to add a 1/2 tab of that. And it's only, all we need to do is 1/2 and 1/2. Another tight wrap. And we'll flip it up. And now we're going to add a 1/2 tab of half wire slate blue. This blue works really well with this. It's not bright, but it stands out, and it has real light blue glitter in it, so it complements it really well. And I think it's going to be perfect, as it's going to tone it down just a tab. You're not going to have uh it's not going to be overly bright, but it'll be bright, especially with that paint. The more I'm using these paints, I'm absolutely giddy. It's Now, I will say this too. Um, there's no way you're using this in like the powder paint spray gun. That paint is just no. It'll clog it up. I've tried, but I really don't need to do it anyway because the way the colors are, single colors are perfect, and I use the spray gun for multicolor deals. So we got these two colors tied in, and now we're going to go with another half tab to give us one full tab of the Chartreuse blue foil, metallic blue foil, however you want to say it. I'll leave a link in the description box as always. And on this one, I like to get a few wraps in there uh, to really hold. The reason why I do it in that one is because when we go over and we're going to add the flash, for some reason, this is the tab that always wants to move on me. So when I put that one in, I put an extra couple wraps to make sure it stays. And now we'll flip it over and we're going to go with the slate blue. So what you're doing is you're layering, chartreuse blue, kind of mix it up. So that way all the colors are blended together versus separate. Now, if you want that look, by all means, like the old black and blue jigs, they were always, black with blue on the backside of the jig, a separate color. But I kind of I do them both ways, but to me it just looks better when you blend the colors together. But there are times, where I've had the separation of colors absolutely work a lot better. And I think it's a visibility thing. Okay, so we're almost done. The last thing is we're going to add some flash. And what I did was I took this crinkle mirror flash, 3 strands of the chartreuse, and I cut it in half to give me 6 strands. This is my new favorite. Let's put it that way. This stuff is just amazing. It really throws a large amount of flash out, but it looks good. It's like, it kind of reminds me of a combination of polar flash with like the lateral line scale flash. I gotta make sure my skirt material isn't all twisted up like I have it here. There we go. And the last 3 pieces of our flash. It's not important where it goes, just get it on there. I really do think this adds a nice element to this pattern when you add the flash like that. Just get one wrap there so I can take my little hair clip here and get this material out of my way. I do have a material clip on my vise, but that's more meant like for hair and stuff in the fly tie-in world. With jigs, it doesn't work real great with silicone. I have to move this a little bit. I got one lousy There it is. I had one lousy strand of silicone trapped. Now, I'm just going to whip finish it and add our weed guard, and I'll show you what we have. Yeah, we've been getting so much rain here. Um, Everything's like chocolate milk, and I've been playing around with these different colors and spending a lot of time in my basement coming up with, brighter patterns, because I think that's what I think this summer is going to be like that. Honestly, I think it's just going to be all um, a lot of rain. I could be wrong, but in the advent of that, I'm going to make sure I have some really bright patterns. Plus, it's always good for smallmouth. I'm doing almost half hitches here because for some reason the hook on my whip finish tool is not staying put. It's not holding on to the thread. See, it keeps wanting to, come on. There we go. One more time. There we go. And with all them other little 1 and 2 wraps, that'll work. There we go. Come on. Eyes ain't working. Having a tough time of it today. But that too shall pass. Now I'm going to just trim my ends off here. Yeah, uh this is something I'm like really having a blast with, is all these different paint. I bought a lot of it because it just looked good, and it's like it gave me a lot of ideas just looking at it. So I thought, let's see what we can, come up with. And I've have a lot of glitter colors, and I make my own glitter colors. So it's one thing to say, okay, they're glitter colors, no big deal. But this stuff is really flashy, and I would have never thought you can put that much glitter in powder paint and have it stick, without falling apart. But it works great. And just so you know, I'm not putting any head cement on this. Uh, I will when I do it for myself, but uh, for right now, I want to get this done and show you. And since I only have Sally Hansen's, uh, it will definitely stick on the material. It'll catch the flash. So I don't have enough time. I'd have to sit here for 5 minutes, to make sure it's all dry before I'd be able to do anything with it. You could tell I had, 3 cups of coffee this morning. Yep. Now I'm just going to trim the ends of that up. And we're going to add our weed guard, or Loctite super glue gel. The hardest part for this with me was figuring out, should I use a clear weed guard or should I use a dark one? I'm going to have to get some black and chartreuse uh, colored weed guards for things like this. But the blue eyes worked good. I was happy with that. Always something. And there we have it. I'm calling this pattern CB Flash, Chartreuse Blue Flash. But you tell me, I think it looks great, but you might have a different opinion. But there you have it. Chartreuse Blue Flash, 1/4 ounce poison tail. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.